time to get geeked up.
It is award season. It was just the Globes and the Grammys, but the big night, the big Oscars, right around the corner. And
award season here in Corona-Ville, I guess, after it's been a long time here in Corona-Ville to finally start doling out some awards. But a delayed Oscars this year finally announced.
Yeah, because it's in April now. It's not usually in what, February?
Yeah, usually in February, kind of like right after the Super Bowl. This year it's been announced to be April 25th, and I guess they're running the Oscars season from like January 1st of 2020 all the way through February, I guess the end of February 28th of 2021. So an extended Oscar season. So anything that came out in February this year, I believe, is a potential for this year's Oscars. Just like a, January release would have put you in for a normal Oscars, or a December release would have put you in for a normal Oscars. But
correct.
So that's interesting, and I think they have waived off some of the, movie release. Obviously, the movie release runs have been waived for movies to be, considered for Oscars and all that kind of stuff with COVID. So very interesting. And they have announced as well that they are going to be doing like a full-on Oscars show here in Corona-Ville.
Yeah, this is wild to me.
Which, I guess, like, the Globes went virtual, and people were doing their fucking acceptance speeches, from their kitchen while cooking dinner and whatnot. But
the Globes is hilarious, because some people were dressed up, and then some people, like Jason Sudeikis, is just sitting in a hoodie and rambling on for hours. Even if you watch that, Don Cheadle was telling him to, like, wrap it up.
Yeah. But this is going to be an official, like, everybody wearing gowns on site. In Los Angeles, I think they're going to be using Union Station, which is like the big railroad terminal in Los Angeles, as like a housing area, staging area with performances and speeches being given on other sites, the Dolby Arena and other local sites to the Union Station. So they're going to have everybody socially distanced as much as they can and trying to like go with in adherence with California state law, but they're still making everybody dress up in gowns and fucking do the whole bigger than life Oscars feel. So,
dude, if I was the guy who like knew he wasn't going to win, like for instance, if I was anybody in the lead actor category, I was like, well, obviously Chadwick Boseman's gonna win. But again, I'm not going to this thing. I'm not getting COVID.
I'm not risking my life to put on a tuxedo
and lose to a dead guy.
Yeah. I mean, good call. I guess we can get into some of the Globes winners for some of the, there's a spoiler alert for what's going to happen to the Oscars, and Chadwick Boseman did win in the Globes. But I guess the other big story for the Oscars, though, in general, first of all, Netflix leading the way.
He did not win for the Five Bloods.
What's up?
He didn't win for the Five Bloods.
Who, Chadwick? Chadwick Boseman won from Rainey's Black Bottom.
Yeah.
But the Five Bloods, though, I was going to say, that's kind of the lead story for me with the Oscars, though, is the big Snubinski for The Five Bloods. And Netflix still killed it, leading the way with 35 noms and 2 Best Picture noms for Mank and Chicago 7. But The Five Bloods, nothing? Pretty much like left totally off the Oscars nomination list, except for like a Best Sound or some bullshit like that.
Best Original Score, The Five Bloods.
Okay, well, yeah, the best score. But I mean, what kind of bullshit is this? I mean, Delroy Lindy, I would say he's the real snub as well. Spike did a great job directing. The movie was great. There's only 8 nominations for Best Picture as well, so they could have thrown this one in there. And nobody's even talking about it. That it was like, did me and you gave it a fucking Rudy's Dad? Did we just love this movie?
Yeah.
Like,
dude, we thought this was for sure gonna be an Oscar nomination. Dude, how pissed off is Spike Lee? By the way, he's like, dude, why did Ma Rainey's Black Bottom have to come out? He's like, I made a goddamn Netflix movie too with Chadwick Boseman. I should be the one getting his awards.
This is my. But again, like I was saying though, Chadwick Boseman was a little bit more of a supporting role in that one, and Spike did a great job. But I really felt we both I think really felt that Delroy Lindo was really the
fucking no doubt.
Yeah, man. How did he not get any acknowledgement, man? That was an amazing performance carrying that movie. Really intense role. You're telling me that
100%. 100% agree with you. But yet some fucking movie like The Five Bloods didn't get a Best Picture, but some movie like The Father starring Anthony Hopkins that I've fucking never heard of is up for Best Picture. Like, get out of here.
Yeah, for sure. You're telling me Anthony Hopkins was a fucking that much
You didn't
better
do it
in
with the two popes. You're not gonna do it with the father. I think another huge snub, dude. Best documentary. No Tiger King. What are we doing?
Okay, nice, interesting. Well, I mean, wouldn't that be more? Is that an Emmy or an
I
Oscar?
guess it'd be a series. Yeah.
yeah, you know.
But still a documentary.
yeah, no, for sure. But I mean, hey, the Andre the Giant documentary that came out on HBO, nothing.
I haven't watched that, but I heard that it's amazing.
No, it is
Andre the
great. Yeah,
Giant
for sure. It was
documentary.
it was awesome. For if you're a wrestling fan, but I think honestly, Andre the Giant's story is even great if you're not a wrestling fan, just as like
I'm a Princess Bride fan. I want to know what's going on with that big group.
Seriously. But I guess what were some of the other big stories from the Oscars noms? I guess have you seen any of the? I'd say the other thing for me is none of the movies that were nominated. There's really no like big fun, movies that I would have seen otherwise kind of movies. Like no Once Upon a Time in Hollywood or The Irishman or even like a Bo Rap, which is at least like a.
No, there's nothing fun on there, dude.
Nothing fun.
I did watch Judas and the Black Messiah just because it was on HBO Max.
Okay, that's an HBO Maxer, and that looks like it's great. But
good. But here's something very weird about it. Like you could say either one of them, like Keith Stanfield or Daniel Kaluuya, would be like the lead actor. They're both nominated for supporting actor. It was like, so what? That movie starred nobody. What are you
interesting.
Talking about?
Very interesting.
Even with Once Upon a Time in Hollywood, Leo.
Yeah, they
was the
both
lead
got.
actor, Brad Pitt was best supporting.
Yeah, for
there
sure. They both
now
got their
just
own
both
categories, but and of course we'll break everything down on our Oscars preview special, which will be coming up in just a couple weeks at this point, because the Oscars, I guess, less than about a month away or so. I guess maybe I guess you want to just give out the Best Picture noms.
Sure, because here we go. Like you were saying, a bunch of snoozers, man. We got.
And I'm sure they're great films, and I'm going to enjoy them. You know what I mean? I'm not saying that they're going to be bad, but I'm just saying that there isn't one of those. There isn't. I'm just saying that there isn't one of those. Like a real high budget, marquee star, fun Hollywood kind of movies.
Kind of like Once Upon a Time in Hollywood, like that.
Exactly.
For,
but No Country for Old Men, something like that.
Yes,
You know what I mean? Like
exactly.
no like Tarantino or there's no movie that guys like me and you, the Geeked Up boys, would go in with like a huge rooting interest for. You know what I mean?
Correct. I mean,
even if like the Bill Murray on the Rocks was in there, I'd be like, all right, you got to root for Bill Murray. You know what I mean? Something like that. Like this is a very a little bland. And again, the movies might be great. I haven't seen too many of them. You'll run through them. I'll give you my seen them, not seen them. But
I'll tell you what, I'm guarantee I'm not watching The Father. I didn't watch The Two Popes, and I'm not watching.
The only reason I'll see The Father potentially, which I won't, but I think did I read that the only theater in America that The Father is playing at is on Route 17 in Paramus, New Jersey? I don't know if I read that right, but like I think the fucking theater in my hometown is somehow like the only theater in America during coronavirus that fucking released this hunk of shit movie with Anthony Hopkins playing a Alzheimer. Victim, but I'm sure it's great. But again,
I have no idea what it's about. You know what I mean?
Yeah, no, Anthony Hopkins.
Don't care to.
yeah.
But also, then we got the Judas and the Black Messiah, Mank, which got fucking robbed of the Oscars. It was nominated, or at the Golden Globes. It was nominated for like 6 Globes. They're like the Buffalo Bills of the movie world. They didn't win one.
Mank as well this year in the Oscars, leading the way with 10 nominations.
Yeah,
kind of a biopic starring Gary Oldman, who's of course great. David Fincher directed that.
David Fincher's the director.
Yeah,
and his old man, David Fincher's dad, wrote the script before he died.
Interesting.
So that's kind of why. Yeah.
Wow, I did not know that. That's cool. And it's like an old Hollywood exec kind of biopic. I've heard great things.
Yeah, it's about what's the movie? Rosebud.
Yeah, Citizen Kane.
It's about the making of Citizen Kane. Which, believe it or not, dude, I'm loath to admit I've never seen Citizen Kane.
Okay,
it's literally supposed to be like the greatest movie to have ever come out. It's like
a little overrated, I'd say. Once you, no, I mean, I was like forced to watch that in a film class in college. Other than that,
Gotcha.
I probably would have never seen it. But I wrote a paper on Rosebud once in my life. So
what was your Rosebud? Your stone cold action figure?
Yeah, exactly. That was my thesis statement of the. I've got this stone cold figure that.
Let's say, so get back to the pictures. Minari, which again is one I've never heard of. Nomadland, Promising Young Woman, Sound of Metal, and Trial of Chicago 7.
Trial of Chicago 7, another Netflix joint,
Another
of
Netflix
course.
one. I
Kind
believe,
of most known for getting overshadowed by Borat, coming out back to back with Borat, both starring Sacha Baron Cohen, and everybody like rushed to the theaters to see Borat, and nobody watched the Aaron Sorkin fucking docudrama about fucking some court case in the 70s, but that one obviously has a lot of the pictures this year I feel have a lot of social relevancy to them, you know what I mean, where with all of the Me Too stuff, Promising Young Women kind of has some...
I think Minari also, upon a closer look, it's about a Korean family that starts a farm in 1980s Arkansas. Fucking give him the Oscar right now.
I think that is a foreign film, though. Am I right about that one? I think that one is...
No, they start a farm in Arkansas. That's as domestic as you get, maybe.
Okay, interesting. But, and then what else was there? Nomadland as well. That one's starring Frances McDormand, who I guess me and you, I'd say, are probably pretty big fans of anyway.
Yeah,
so I could definitely see rooting for her. It looks like that one looks like it could be a theater kind of pick. Looks like it's got some fucking like natural beauty and cinematography and lots of like landscape shots and stuff that could be,
for sure.
Like a really pretty movie to watch from that standpoint. Riz Ahmed is
to watch Nomadland.
Yeah, exactly. But
I saw it in 3D IMAX, baby.
Yeah, exactly.
Frances McDormand. Plus, I want Frances McDormand to win just because the Oscars like fear her of all, because she always like curses on stage and whatnot.
Okay, nice.
The beat guy is on like overtime with her.
I learned with Frances McDormand, and that is what won in the Globes, as we talked about getting into the Globes, kind of looking to that for usually a good spoiler alert for what happens for the Oscars. Nomadland did win for Best Film. I guess Sacha Baron Cohen did win for Borat, or Borat itself won for Best, like, because they do the comedy category as well in the Globes, the musical and comedy category. So Borat did get a Globe, although I don't think he's gonna get anything for the I don't think he's gonna get an Oscar, however. But the girl from Borat as well, though, got snubbed. Well, I don't want to say snubbed, because Andra Day from U.S. vs. Billie Holiday was great.
Yeah.
I did see that one, but you would have liked the little Romanian girl to fucking get her, her official trophy for fucking getting Giuliani to almost rape her on film. Like.
For no other reason, dude, fucking the Moonblood dance.
Yeah, that's true. To only relive the moon dance. But I'd say for me, that was kind of the biggest story from the Globes, was that the Borat girl lost, because I don't even think, is she nominated in the Oscars? I don't even think that she got like an Oscar nom, because they don't really like look at the comedies as serious, but.
Yeah, I'm not sure. I know Sacha Baron Cohen's nominated, but I think he's nominated for Best Supporting in
Chicago 7, yeah.
If he wins, he better win his Borat. He better come up there.
Yes, he did a very good job in this movie about the 7 Chicagos.
I guess the other highlight, and just speaking of Nomadland too, is that the director also won Best Director for the Globes, Chloe Zhao.
Yeah,
it's the first time an Asian woman has ever won Best Director at the Globes.
Definitely very socially relevant with everything that's happening with all the Asian violence in America today. It would be great to see an Asian, filmmaker be able to have the spotlight and give a speech in a time like this.
She's the first Asian woman to ever win it, and then she's also the second woman in general to ever win Best Director at the Globes. You know who the first was? Barbra Streisand.
Interesting. What did Barbra Streisand direct? Beaches?
What's the fucking movie where she dresses as a boy?
I don't know, dude. I'm out on any Barbara. I would lose in any one of Jordan's Barbra Streisand trivia contests. I'm fucking coming up dead last. I gotta be honest. But
it's one of those names, though, dude. You would know it 100%.
Yeah, no, for sure. I'm sure that Seinfeld episode spoofed it. Which one?
Yentl.
Okay. He did. Seinfeld always talked about Yentl. That was that was a fucking running gag in Seinfeld. But hilarious. But like I said, between, and as well Minari for the same kind of Asian love sentiment. There's just a lot of movies. A lot of the categories are going to have like heartwarming opportunities for acceptance speeches However, a lot of the big, a lot of our favorite Hollywood mainstays on the outside looking in for the Oscars this year, I'd say.
Yeah, we gotta figure so many people didn't and push production back and didn't make movies this year.
Yeah, I mean, it really was
the 2022 Oscars are going to be off the fucking chain.
No, man, that's a very good call, too. Just in thoughts of the Corona-Ville Oscars, a lot of the major motion picture, major high-budget movies did get pushed back, and production did get delayed for a lot of releases and everything, and I feel like that is definitely, at least for me, why coming into it I've only seen, 2 out of the 8 nominated movies for Best Picture. A lot of the just major motion pictures didn't get released. But then a couple other ones, like both of the Tom Hanks major releases didn't get any love. Greyhound and as well News of the World as well pretty much left off. The Bill Murray, Sofia Coppola.
Big bombs, though.
Yeah. Same thing with the On the Rocks, Bill Murray, Sofia Coppola. So I guess there were some other, Tenet did get released, but kind of fell flat. So I mean, a lot of the big motion pictures that did get released didn't have, didn't have the splash that they thought they might anyway, Hamilton, I found it, Lin-Manuel Miranda didn't get any nominations for Hamilton, which he was nominated for a Globe for, musical comedy performance, but I wouldn't have been surprised, and I'm sure Hamilton actually probably is like a best song nomination, but I'm sure Lin-Manuel will have some Oscars thing, but Hamilton didn't get any major love. That was a huge release over the last
save it for the Tonys.
Yeah, no, great call. But in general, it's a different Oscars here. Obviously, celebrating the movies coming out here in Corona-Ville. But so very much looking forward to that. But also very much looking forward to get into next year's Oscars with Tarantino and
Tarantino's Star Trek. Did it say dead Klingons on my door? Joke never gets old. But I would say too, speaking of musical performances like Hamilton and whatnot, there was just one story I want to cover from the Grammys, and that of course is Cardi B and Megan Thee Stallion whopping on stage.
Yeah, whopping it up. I need a whopper after that performance. That was
to me, dude, it's just so funny, just how blown away and offended and frightened the right-wing conservative. Because it happened at the same time. This is something I keep seeing online. The Grammys happened around the same time that Dr. Seuss, quote unquote, was canceled, right?
Okay, I see.
So then the big right wing argument was so Cat in the Hat's not okay, but these women can have simulated sex on stage. It's what are you fucking talking about, dude? What a comparison.
I mean, I kind of see where they're coming from. There's a little bit of a double standard. If you're going to go crazy about the, what the Dr. Seuss book would do to the kids, it's not a good, not a good example to the kids to have the, Cardi B whopping it up all over the stage.
Dr. Seuss fucking...
And I'm not, I think the
Dr. Seuss thing is ridiculous. Stopped making 5 books that nobody ever heard of because racist fucking Asian...
But what do you think? Just take Dr. Seuss aside. What do you think about the Cardi B performance? Was it...
Who the fuck, dude? I was around for fucking my neck, my back, my pussy, and my crack. Dude, it's fucking what music is. Sorry, old people that don't get it. It's not for me, but... They don't give a fuck. Miley Cyrus was twerking her little 18-year-old ass at MTV Movie Awards. Who gives a fuck? Don't watch it. Don't let your shitty fucking junior Nazi kids fucking listen to it then. Who gives a shit?
I think Cardi B is definitely... I do agree with her. It's not her responsibility to be anybody's parent or role model or anything like that. And it's definitely CBS's mistake for getting Cardi B up there to do the wet-ass pussy dance on national TV and then complaining that it's wow, did some lines get crossed here? It's she's doing the wet-ass pussy dance. So, yeah, I'd say so.
Have to because you have to let her do it. It's the fucking number one song. You know what I mean? Sorry. It's what it is. You can't fucking not play it because you don't like it. Fuck, get out of here. Fucking listen.
It all started when they let Elvis wiggle his hips on TV. It all went downhill from there.
Speaking of Biggie, the Biggie movie, listen to a Little Kim album from the '90s. Fucking, she makes Cardi B sound like Celine Dion, dude. Fucking.
Yeah, no, for sure. But in general, they probably shouldn't have put it on the Grammys. But I'd say definitely not Cardi B's
But you
fault.
kind of have to, though. Like I said, like all the number one songs perform on the Grammys. You know what I mean? She has the number one song in America. You have to let her perform it, dude. Now,
You don't have
maybe they
to.
could've been like,
You know, like,
sure, but you definitely do.
you don't even
I
have
feel
to
like
let
all
it
the
be
number one
nominated. The
songs have to,
Grammys
like,
get to do their
perform.
own fucking nominations. It's not like a people vote. You know, it's like the Grammys, I'm sure, have some voting committee. If you don't fucking approve of the content, then fucking don't put it up to be voted on. You know what I mean? It's like, don't fucking don't celebrate the song. Like, you're the ones that are celebrating the song by making it fucking one of the best songs. You know what I mean? Like, this is your decision, Grammys. You know what I mean? This isn't the fucking
sure,
this
for
isn't
sure.
a democratic vote that all fucking got together and nominated it the best song. The fucking Grammys did, and then they fucking let her perform.
It's a takeover, baby.
and
We
they fucking-
demanded it.
Yeah.
We want our Cardi B, dog.
But I mean, fucking
Well, I guess we,
like you said, Lil Kim never got nominated. Where was her nomination? You know what I mean? What the fuck
Yeah,
was-
but I'm saying because, dude, you think like I'm saying, you think Cardi B's bad? You fucking Little Kim ain't getting radio play, dude. There's no, you can't call because I heard the Cardi B on the radio and they call it, which sounds even grosser. They call it wet and gushy on the the radio.
Okay,
And I
wow.
was like, wet and gushy? It's like it's fucking disgusting. Dude. Just at that point, just say it.
Well, what about Little John? Was that on the radio? To the window,
Oh,
to the
skeet,
wall.
skeet.
What's up?
All skeet.
Yeah. Like,
that
what
was on the radio.
was that like a radio cut or was that the club cut? I forget. I was young and cool when
Yeah.
that came out, so I fucking forget. But
Well, I think too. Like, I don't think anyone knew what skeet meant at the time, so they could play it on the radio. There's that Chappelle sketch. It's
Yeah,
like,
yeah,
you
for
can't
sure.
say skeet on
But I
the
think
radio.
isn't that kind of with what the whopping controversy? Weren't they claiming that they didn't know that like what it stood for since it's an acronym and all?
Then you're a fucking. If that's what the Grammys are saying, dude. Then you're a fucking idiot, dude.
I think that was like
that's
that was
amazing.
some people's
I thought it
take
was a
that
song
like,
about wasps.
yeah, like when they were like that, like that's what people like when it became the number one song. They were like, "Well, I could not imagine what the song was about when we made it the number
thought it
one
was-
song."
Yeah, I thought it was a Burger King song.
I mean,
I
isn't
thought
that like
was
Despacito? Doesn't Despacito mean like, you know? I think it like literally translates to like "fuck me slowly" or something like that, like "make love slowly." But I think it has like a pretty sexually graphic, in by nature translation that
Well,
Americans
same thing
totally
with,
decided to ignore.
the fucking Lady Marmalade song. I think like they're saying a bunch of dirty shit in like
Okay,
French
interesting.
during that song, like "Voulez-vous coucher avec moi?" I think
Okay.
that is like. You know, put a
Well, everybody
finger
knows
in my
that
asshole
French
or
people.
some
Everybody knows
shit.
that French chicks are whores, so that's no surprise.
Cancel, dog. Can't say that.
I mean, next thing you tell me, Khaleesi's milkshake is gonna not be a delicious beverage. You know, I mean, what do we? You're telling me that's her pussy that she's talking about? I don't
Those
think
brought
so.
me to the yard. But I guess.
But anyway,
getting
if you
into
want to
this,
check
too-
check the Facebook for a video of me and Devin whopping it up, the Geeked Up style, some Geeked Up style whopping.
Ooh, baby, it's time to get geeked up.